What's up, guys? This is Adon here with Yugioh Gaming Channel with my bro here. Coming in what place you come in, bro? And what day?
Third place with the best actors. Didn't
Bro.
think it was possible.
Hey, you did it, man. You back again. So let's the people see what you got for them.
All right, so I didn't forget any cards this time, so I have normal ratios like 2 superstar, not missing one. This is probably the main OTK tool of the deck since it's a 2500 meter. Reason this deck can play under skill drain, which came up a lot today. It's able to send a Biscript from deck, and one of the Biscripts wipes the field, so it's pretty good. Then we have our main searcher. Never want to open this since it locks us into Pendulum Abyss Actor monsters, so we can't summon our Link monsters to combo off if we just open her. Otherwise, she would be full combo. And here's an effect that doesn't come up as much, but does come up. It's able to special summon a level 4 Abyss Actor from my deck if I can activate an Abyss Script. And then we have a 3 of. This one's able to add an Abyss Actor card on when it's popped with something like my Link Monster and Opponent's effect, and it's able to change my other pin scale to 9, and it's a 2, so it lets me do 3 through 8 for Pendulum summons. Then we have 3 Curtain Raiser. I've seen people play 2 of this, but I just don't get why, since its effect comes up so much. It's able to special summon itself from the pin zone, as everybody knows probably, but it has another effect to dump like an Abyss Script from the deck to the graveyard to add Abyss Actor from my extra deck to my hand. Then we have another 2 of Comic Relief. This one's a scale 8, which is really nice for those long games. And then it lets you swap control of 2 monsters, one on your opponent's field and one on your field. And it's permanent, so if an opponent ever asks you about that. And its other effect is if it swaps control with like its own effect, your opponent is forced to pop one of your back row. Then we have a 3 of the main combo starter of this deck, Abyss Actor Extras. It can special summon itself from the pin zone if your opponent controls a monster. Doesn't matter what type of monster or what monster. Just your opponent needs to control a monster, and it contributes itself from the main monster zone into the extra deck to place Abyss Actor into your pin zone, which is usually Curtain Raiser.
Hell yeah.
And then we have our monster staples, 2 Nibiru.
You main the nibs?
Yeah, it comes up a lot more for this deck because this deck can't play through a lot. It's hand to hand. And here's another weird card that we also main. Roll and Lock.
Oh, that's not weird. That's mandatory.
Really?
It seems like it, bro. It seems like it nowadays.
It's a blowout card, and this deck fucking loves those cards. And then we have common 3 Ash Bosses.
Hey, they do the same thing as the Hollows, bro. They do the same thing.
I mean, you never know. Someone could pull out the secret and negate your own Ash Boss. So
That'd be nuts.
Then we have 3 Ghost Mortar.
How do you like that? Yeah.
I've never liked this card in this deck. I keep switching it out for Ghost Ogre and back and forth, but Ghost Ogre I feel is just better since Effect Veiler isn't good this format.
Yeah.
It's like a bad imprint, since you don't really get to hide it in your hand. And then we have 2 Kaijus.
Oh yeah, we know what those are, man.
Yeah.
You know you loving those.
This deck, it's a great beater for this deck since Comic Relief can swap control, as I said.
Oh, that's so nice. It's pretty nice.
Then let's move on to the spell traps. We have our main searcher for the deck. 3 Abyss Actor Dress Rehearsal. It's like Pot of Extra, where you need to activate at the start of the main phase, which is really annoying if you have something like Evenly Matched in your hand and you want to get rid of your opponent's negates. But that's just how the card is worded. It didn't come up today, thankfully, but it adds an Abyss Actor and an Abyss Script from your deck to your hand. So if you're on 5 cards, now you're on 6 when you're done with it.
Cool.
And then we have 2 Abyss Script Dramatic Story. It lets me target an Abyss Actor and either pop it or move it to my pin zone to special summon another Abyss Actor from my deck in its place. And if it's popped by an opponent, I bounce 2 cards non-targeted on their field.
Okay.
That actually came up in my...
Sound like a compulse.
Yeah, a double compulse.
Nice.
It actually came up in my round against Aaron, who was on Neos today.
I mean, hey, Neos be nice, baby. Neos nice. Neos is nice.
Over there, get class.
And then we have Abyss Script, Rise of the Abyss King. This is the board wipe I was telling y'all about when I was explaining another card. It pops cards on the field up to the number of face-up attack position Abyss actors I control. So it can just wipe a field if you have enough. And then we have Abyss Script, Abyss-tainment. It can tribute one of my Abyss actors to set an Abyss Script from my graveyard. Like, Rise of the Abyss King isn't once per turn, so it can just loop that if your opponent keeps rebuilding their board after you destroy it. Like they have a bunch of floating effects. Like Mana Dome.
Yeah.
Then we have our one-of field spell. I have seen this card too many times, and I don't like it, but I have to play it. Because the first effect is never comes up, but it reveals an Abyss actor and Abyss Script from your hand to add another Abyss Script from your deck to your hand. But its main effect is if I control a Pendulum Summoned Abyss actor monster, you pop a card in the... I force my opponent's monster effect to pop a card in one of my back row. It changes its effect. And it changes on resolution, which lots of people get confused about. But yeah. And then we have the Spell Trap Staples, 2 triple tax. I don't like 3 since I don't like opening 2 of this card. It just feels really bad. But y'all already know what that does. And then we have 2 evenly.
Nice. That's well rounded. How many cards on the main?
40.
That's clean. That's pretty clean.
It's either 40 or 41. I miscounted probably.
Hey, it happens. You know how it
Then,
is. Long day at Yugioh, bro.
yeah. Move on to the extra deck. Let's start with the 1 fusion, Mirror Jade. If we steal our opponent's Mirror Jade, we can send this for cost from their Mirror Jade and banish one of their cards.
That's broke. That's broke.
It doesn't come up since no one plays branded anymore here.
That's big brain. That's big brain. Yeah, they do. What you mean, Eric?
I haven't been playing against them though.
Yeah, Eric will play that. If it wasn't Ultra Guy, it would have been bad.
Then we got the 3 synchros that don't really come up, but we have tuners in the deck like the hand traps, F.A. Don Dragster, Draco Berserker of the Tinyi, and the card that should be Baron, Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign Qingyu. You can synchro summon Superstar or Mellow Madonna with Ash Blossom or any of the hand traps. You can synchro summon, I don't know how you can synchro summon it, with a Stolen Monster. And then you can synchro summon F.A. Don Dragster with any of your level 4s.
Okay.
Then we have our level 4 rank 4s, Abyss Dweller and Baguska. We can make them, so why not?
Yeah.
Then we have our main links, the only extra deck cards we are likely to touch throughout the whole game. 3 Hyper Director. It lets me target a card in my pin zone, special summon it, then replace it with a different Abyss actor from my deck. And then we have Super Producer, 2 monsters including a Fiend, so that can come up if our opponent Kaiju's us. And then during our main phase, we target a face-up card we control, destroy it, then place an Abyss actor, Abyss Playhouse, Fantastic Theater from the deck, the field spell from my deck, face up in the field zone, or place an Abyss actor Pendulum monster from my deck in the Pendulum zone. So usually you target Wild Hope to pop it to scale Mellow Madonna, and then Wild Hope's effect will trigger, since it was destroyed, adding Comic Relief.
Okay.
And then we have the final link monsters, the Nightmares. I don't think y'all need any explanation on the Nightmares. They're just staple extra deck monsters that are basically normal for any deck that doesn't care about its extra deck. Then we got...
They get the job done, though. They get the job done, bro.
Then we got the side deck.
Hey, that's a nice mat, though. Where you get that from?
I actually traded for it today.
Oh, nice, yo. I was gonna say you won that, dude.
I won. I gave Jesse the prizing I got for the mat that he won.
That's it.
But in the side we got 3 Lancia. It's oddly good against Dragon Link, which runs rampant in the top tables here.
Yeah.
And it's good against Flu, per usual. And if my opponent like dimension shifters on their
just chain that going and it's like, yeah, that's pretty broken, bro. That's pretty broken.
Then we got one opening ceremony. The reason this isn't in the main deck is because we're going second deck, and this isn't really good going second because we're usually wanting to loop Rise of the Abyss King. Its effect is win in time, or you draw if your opponent pops it with like Comical Leaf or the field spell forcing them to pop it. You draw until you have 5 cards in hand. So you play lots of hand traps like you all saw. Then we have 3 Dark Ruler, self-explanatory, lots of monster combo decks like Sprite running around. Then we have the 2 counters to the 2 cards that hopefully will counter back row decks since this deck dies to them: Harpy's Feather Duster and Twin Twister.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, there's 3 people playing Trap Tricks here, I want to say, and I've lost to all of them. Then we have our Floodgates. I know. 3 goes in, 3 skill drain.
Oh, that's clean.
Yeah.
That's pretty swift. That's pretty good.
They come up sometimes, but it's a case-by-case basis if you go first or second. Because if you win the die roll, your opponent's going to think you're wanting to go second, like game 2 or 3, so they're going to make you go first. So you side in these. Basically, for mind games, or if you're up against a heavy combo deck that you just can't beat their inboard, skill drain probably stops that.
Yeah, nice. So, all right, bro. So you got the shout-outs for us, my dude?
Aaron, if he's still here.
He's somewhere back there.
Princess Adios, baby.
Yeah, where was your princess today?
Yo. Not there, yo.
Today we were white. We had a long day. Rob stuff going on. I was on my break. Guess what? We're still top, baby.
Yo.
I think that's the only shout out I have for now.
Oh, man, you ain't gonna shout out the bro, baby? All right, well, shoot. Thank you again, Jax, for the next profile, bro.
No problem.
And congrats on coming in the place you did, bro. You still clapping them out here, and we love to see you make deck profiles, man. Come back with those, that other deck you got, of course.
I'll try, man. I don't have a side deck for it, so it gets clapped up easily.
Oh, man, you got it, bro. But hell yeah, good shit, bro. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.